Hello, welcome in here to Auburn Arena. Alex starting our broadcast of this game between the Montevallo Falcons and the Auburn Tigers here on the Plains. Auburn has jumped out to a 7-point lead so far, 10-3. Montevallo has turned the ball over a couple of times. Auburn does there. Kevin Kelly racing down the floor, finds Jamar Taylor, goes off his arm, turnover. Auburn getting it. Jared Harper is fouled at the half-court line by Kevin Kelly. Will go to the free throw line. Substitution of the game. Micah Fuller will be coming in for Kevin Kelly, the senior point guard out of Houston, Texas.
Kevin Kelly's just tried to force things early on. He's tried to create some plays with Javonte Douglas and Jamar Taylor in the lineup. They've tried to get a little cute underneath the basket, and it's resulted in some turnovers. On the other hand, Auburn is five-star recruit players such as T.J. Dunnins involved, who was injured most of last season.
Dunnins with the ball, dribbles, pops up over Javonte Douglas, rebound. Taylor Whitaker was there, but pops out to A.J. Luke, the freshman, played for Ramsey High School, getting the start here tonight. Fuller throws it over to Douglas, pulling up two defenders in his face, pops it back out to A.J. Luke. Fuller over to Jamar Taylor, dribble stop into Luke, spin move up and almost goes in, but goes off the rim, and quickly Purefoy down the floor and fouled by Douglas.
Purefoy is a true freshman. Last year didn't get eligibility, had to sit out, even though he was a four-star recruit for Bruce Pearl. This year he's already looking speedy and good with the ball control, was quick to charge to the basket and picked up the foul there on the retreating Michael Fuller.
And coach get a timeout here and talk things over with his Auburn Tigers. What a coaching matchup we have here tonight, Alex. Danny Young, who's reached the NCAA tournament 11 out of the 13 years he's been at Montevallo, and then Bruce Pearl, who's the second winningest coach in SEC history all time.
Yeah, it's an interesting matchup. Both coaches team that's had losing seasons the past few years, hasn't gotten back to winning the SEC, trying to get back. On the other hand, Danny Young has put in the hard work and has made this team basically a regular in the NCAA tournament, made a couple Sweet 16s, even made it to a final one year. Last year, it was disappointing. They got knocked out in the first round by Wingate, but he thinks he has the lineup this year to fix it, especially with Taylor and Javonte Douglas coming in.
But there's a lot of question marks surrounding this team. I mean, the biggest thing is who's going to be the scorer. You think Javonte Douglas transferring in from all and then if you're Danny Young, you go, all right, who am I going to go to? We don't have an answer.
So far, we haven't figured out who the lead, but we have some players that have action. Julio and Logan Kelly as well, who have experience to show the younger players who maybe aren't as familiar with this lineup how to move the ball at points. Right now, Auburn's been dominant.
And a very experienced team, maybe not together, but 7 seniors on this team. And a lot of these players have played at redshirted that Stillman last year did not play any, but will come in and play this year for the Falcons. So the biggest thing here, who's going to step up and unite this team together, this team of really good athletes together on this Montevallo team. And in practices, it's been Logan Kelly from what we've seen.
Yeah. Kevin Kelly really has stepped up and been a leader. He's fantastic. He fought Steve last 7 points. He's probably the leading, but he's in the backcourt distributing the passes. It's gotten to him a little nervous trying to force some passes, but yeah, he's definitely going to have to be the leader. He started to the opening 10 lineup. Looks like that's
right. The starting lineup was different every time. So here's Danielle Purefoy at the line. Hits the first free throw. Auburn leading 11-3 here in Auburn Arena.
Interesting, LaRon Cole a graduate student transfer from Bethune-Cookman. They're also excited to get a look at Ronnie Johnson.
Purefoy makes a second free throw, and then Javante Douglas trying to inbound it, gets fouled. Loose ball foul. Auburn pressing everyone. And half. Douglas will go to inbound again. Taylor, but it is stolen away. Travel against number 8, Lang. Still down. LaRon Smith was the one guarding Javante Douglas, and LaRon Smith sitting at 6'8". Really gives Javante throw the ball. Gets it into Jamar Taylor there. Michael Fuller picks it up and will bring it across the half-court line. Quick pass to Douglas. Back to Fuller. Fuller dribbles right side. Back to Douglas on the wing. Into Luke. Up to Whitaker. Top of the key. Drains that one. 12-5 now. 7-point lead for the Tigers. Here's Fearful Lane. 3-ball. And that one will rim out. Micah Fuller on the rebound. Over to Taylor, who will bring it up the floor for Montevallo. Javante Douglas inside to Luke, driving, gets it ripped by Bryce Brown. Euro step there and scores the layup. So 14-5 now the lead. Made 78 Tigers.
Yeah, Bryce Brown had a 22-point game last year. But what's interesting for the Falcons basket right there, he had 701 rebounds. His body or the glass. Auburn has the size advantage today. Whitaker needs to keep the ball offensively for the Falcons.
Ball foul on Taylon Whitaker inside, bumping with number 12, LaRon Smith. And we'll have a substitution for the Falcons. Teague Oberg will come into the game for Montevallo, the junior transfer from Indianapolis. 3-ball.
And Ronnie Johnson has also come into the game for the Tigers, number 35. One of the 2 graduate student transfers, had a fantastic 4-year career at Houston.
And Douglas is tripped up by number 23, TJ Lang. So Lang's first foul of the game, the second team foul on the Auburn Tigers, and Douglas will inbound again. 14 minutes and 13 seconds remaining here in the first half of this exhibition game to start off the season for both teams. Douglas with Lane guarding him, passing to Taylor in the corner, driving, going up for the layup, but is sent by Horace Spencer, forward from Philadelphia. Horace sends that one into the crowd.
Horace Spencer had a very up and down freshman year last year. This Auburn team was plagued with injuries, which contributed to their second middle of the season. But Horace Spencer is one of those players that benefited.
And another almost steal. Bryce Brown knocking it out of bounds. So again, the Falcons will inbound. Into Kevin Kelly. Back to Douglas. Douglas driving. Can't find any space. Back to Kelly. Swings it to Fuller. Oberg fighting for space. Javante Douglas gets the ball back. Pops it up with a man in his face. Makes the jumper at the elbow. So 14-7.
That was fantastic athleticism by Douglas to adjust in midair and get that basket.
Ronnie Johnson driving, passes to Lang. And Purefoy is fouled by A.J. Luke. So he will go to the line with 3 shots. Purefoy was wide open there. Luke just made a desperation play to try and distract him or something, but it ends up as a foul. If you're Danny Young, what are you saying to this team right now as they're down?
Players to calm down. In the early goings, Javante Douglas and Kevin Kelly, it looked like the occasion was starting to get to them. They're playing in front of 9,000 fans in this massive AU arena. But they just need to, when you see them when they're more comfortable, Javante Douglas there did what he's supposed to. Then he switched the lineup.
First free throw, so he'll have 2 more for him there. Gets ready for the second one. nails that one as well. And since it was a three-pointer, he'll have one more. Purefoy. His shot is good again, so the old-fashioned three-pointer there. Douglas inbounding to Fuller. Lang is guarding him. Fuller pops it up in Lang's face. Rims out. Oberg almost had the rebound, but Purefoy comes down with it. Quick pass over the hands of Horace Spencer and into the crowd. So another turnover in this game.
And Oberg is a massive player, a Clarendon College transfer into this program. He's a junior. Right now, the Falcons have an opening spot at the forward, looking for somebody to join Taylon Whitaker.
Purefoy will go out. Anthony McLemore will come into the game. Kevin Kelly driving up the floor. Over to Douglas. Douglas pump fakes out to Fuller. Driving. Good move. Tries to find Oberg, but a turnover. Bryce Brown will scoop it up and dribble down the floor. Drive by Ronnie Johnson, blocked. Douglas and draws the foul. And the basket. So point Doug scores 17-9. Auburn still leading here, just under 13 minutes to go.
And that will come with time. Javonte Douglas running at defender, showing he's getting more confident. He's just been out of play for a while. Didn't play last season, redshirted at the Falcons.
Douglas, here's Johnson. Lang. Over to McLemore. Back to Brown. Brown tries to pass to Lang, gets it stolen. Five. Inside pass to Spencer. Oberg guarding him. Spencer backs him down. Teague Oberg will send Horace Spencer to the line. Actually, they're Horace Spencer, so Montevallo will get the ball. Great job there by the newcomer to this Montevallo team, Teague Oberg, drawing that foul against Spencer.
Yeah, Oberg just got it and he did an elusive offensive foul. Easy to call with the ref right there.
Douglas inbound. Kevin Kelly quickly up the floor. Standing in the AU circle. Over to Douglas. Douglas pulls up the jumper. Short rebound, but it went off his hands, out of bounds. So the second air ball. Fans here in Auburn Arena will chant that and let them know a substitution for the Tigers. It'll be Jared Harper coming in, the talented freshman point guard. Here's Dunnins. A.J. Luke gets a hand on that inside pass, goes out of bounds. Auburn will retain possession here. Number 24, Anthony McLemore, will inbound. It goes to Dunnins outside of the arc. Kevin Kelly guarding him. Huge height mismatch here for Dunnins. Jared Harper. Clear lane inside. Great pick there by, I believe it was McLemore. Here's Kevin Kelly. Gets it poked away from behind. It was LaRon Smith, so Auburn quickly. Jared Harper dishing. Fuller knocks that one away. And now Montevallo has an open lane to the bucket, but Fuller gets fouled hard as LaRon Smith comes behind him. So early on, a lot of sloppy play. The play we just saw has happened all throughout this game. Not just Montevallo, but Auburn as well. First game jitters.
Yeah, Exeter is just trying to find their feet. There it looked like Kevin Kelly and Michael Fuller got on. We mentioned Michael Fuller and A.J. Luke, two fantastic players in high school. Last year, A.J. Luke was the MVP leading Ramsey. So both
talked about pregame. A.J. Luke and Michael Fuller are going to make a huge impact on this season. It's all about the seniors. 7 seniors on this team. 5 of them were predicted to be in the starting lineup. AJ Luke sneaked in the starting lineup, and they got to show coach something here. And Michael Fuller had the jumper not too long ago and has been active defensively in the face of these guards, Jared Harper and Heron.
Yeah, with the way Young changed is a senior, one of the many seniors we were talking about. For players like him and Taz Marbury and Logan Kelly, it's time to step up. It's their senior year, time to perform. It's no more Lipkins and Orange in the way. It's time for them to be the main players on this team. And we saw Logan Kelly was really a verbal leader last year.
And I'm surprised we have not seen Logan game yet. He's, like I said, he's been a vocal leader in the practice court. And last season, he started the first 3 games. I mean, he was a D1 recruit for Rutgers University, transferred out of that, played community college for Northeastern Colorado, and did well. I mean, but this is a guy that averaged 25 points in high school. So Denny Young knows the type of scorer that Logan Kelly can be. The question is he going to let it happen?
Yeah, it's really up to him at this point. Coach Young has done well putting the faith in him. The team starting now to find his shooting. He's going to have to give the ball up and be a lot of 3 accurate.
We'll get the ball here. Coming out of this timeout, be Michael Fuller shooting the 2 free throws after getting fouled. Some stats for Auburn: 11 points for Danielle Purefoy, 10 points for Javon. The big question mark is who's going to kick from taking that role. Michael Fuller hits that first free throw for the foul. Down 6 here in Auburn Arena.
Yeah, has to be Douglas. He averaged 20 points when he played at junior college. He was the Mid-Florida Conference Player of the Year at College of Central Florida.
Free throw to go. Auburn on offense now. Harper inside to LaRon Smith, Kevin Kelly, and T. Oberg all over it. Auburn will get the ball here. Very aggressive play defensively from Kelly, Douglas, and Oberg. They had a huge mismatch inside. Done it up for in his aggression. And that's the one thing that we saw last year with Kevin Kelly is scrappy defensive play. Jared Harper, Michael Fuller guarding him. Picks up by Purefoy. Harper gets around and back to Purefoy. Luke. And the ball is knocked loose, but a foul going to be called against A.J. Luke. That's his second foul of the day on Luke. So again, the Auburn Tigers will go back to the free throw line. Purefoy has so far and has made all of them. Today we'll get 2 more here.
Last year, really, Simeon Bowers was the main guy to foul. Was only 50% from the stripe.
And we talk about Terrell Lipkins and Brian Orange not being on this Montevallo team. Simeon Bowers and Canty and Tyler Harris not being on this Auburn team really opens up some questions for them on offense. TJ Dunnins kicks out to Purefoy over to Harper. Luke on the ground hard, but pops up quickly. So they're going to get LaRon Smith with a foul. And the Auburn faithfuls.
Yeah, it's their new guy, LaRon Smith, the graduate student transfer from Bethune-Cookman. It was kind of a soft foul, and A.J. Luke is Sean. He's going to have to figure out.
Michael Fuller, T.J. Dunnins guarding him. Kelly dribbling left side, back out to Fuller, going right. Looks for a pass, got Oberg at the top of the key, but misses the layup. It hung on the rim for a second to bounce out. Dunnins driving, and that ball there, and Montevallo all 6 here. first two teams. This is the 10th time that Montevallo has yet to find a win. Maybe they do tonight.
Yeah, it's going to be a difficult ask against an Auburn team that beat Brevard College.
Javonte Douglas driving inside, gets that layup to go. 2016. This is the closest Montevallo has come within the lead of Auburn tonight. 4-point deficit. I know Bruce Pearl takes this one to the exhibition game. You know Pearl is getting his team ready. He is taking
problems 2 years ago against Coastal next year to Middle Tennessee. So non-conference play very important. Sometimes Auburn finds themselves behind before they can even start conference play. This year they open up with North Florida a day before Montevallo opens their schedule against Carver College. So both of these teams want to be Douglas, and that was a great throw in the ball in. AJ Lupin.
I've been impressed with T. coming into this game. Defensively is held his own against the big men of Auburn, LaRon Smith and TJ Dunnan. And then Kevin Kelly. I mean, we didn't really know what we're going to get from him coming into this season because last year he was the 3 guard playing alongside. Now he's the guy.
Yeah.
Inbound pass, Purefoy to Harper. Harper takes it up the floor over to Matsufa Heron. Harper gets it over to Heron. Pump fake inside the 22-16. Auburn leading. Tyler Bruff getting set to check in for the Falcons in just a second. Kevin Kelly over to Fuller. Pump fake out to Douglas at the beyond the arc. Kelly for 3. Gets that one to go. Assist going to Javonte Douglas. So 3-point lead now for Auburn. TJ Dunnans over to Harper. Harper dribbling left side, goes back to Purefoy. Back to Harper. Top of the key. Dunnans hits that 3. 25. Kevin Kelly dribbling down the floor for the Falcons. Over to Douglas. Oberg mishandles that ball but comes up with it. Finds Kevin Kelly, goes inside to Luke. And then A.J. Luke turns it over out of bounds. So sloppy play like we talked about for Montevallo. See another play of that there.
Montevallo has to cut down on the turnovers. Last year they averaged 13 a game. It became a problem. And when you lose 4 games by 1 point, you can really point to individual turnovers as something that have cost you the game. Montevallo have to protect the basketball this year. But it's interesting to see from Auburn, the last 2 points have been scored. Mustafa Heron, a freshman, the first 5-star recruit ever at the University of Auburn. So Tigers fans excited to see him. And then TJ Dunnans, the senior, who will be expected to be the leader this year.
So Jamar Taylor comes back into the game along with Tyler Bruff making his first appearance tonight. Taylor passes it over to Oberg. Fuller over to Kelly. Kelly dribbling left side, has a wide open Taylor for 3. And a shot clock violation. So great design play there. Jamar Taylor is deadly from outside the arc. Finds him wide open, but it was too late. The shot clock violation. So you got to keep an eye on that if you're Kevin Kelly. Here's Auburn now. TJ Dunnans dribbling on Oberg. Finds Horace Spencer. 3 Falcons surround him, and he loses the ball. Comes up with it. Knocks play to Dunnans. What a play there by Spencer to not turn the ball over. Purefoy for 3. Off the back iron. And so it's a battle down low between all these Falcons. 3 of them were on Horace Spencer down there. Nearly forced a turnover. Yep. Auburn inbound on the baseline. Purefoy throws it into Spencer. Quick, easy layup.
And Oberg's at 6'9". He provides the height that the Falcons have been lacking, and he also is a very physical player.
Found Kevin Kelly wide open beyond the arc. This is that one, and no Falcons were in there to rebound that ball. So TJ Dunnans comes up with this one. Interesting, we haven't seen Taylor Whitaker in a lane to the basket. Slams that one home. And a foul called on Jared Harper. Him out. Oh, a substitution for Montevallo. Come on the bench and take a Marbury first appearance. What are you seeing from Montevallo so far, Alex, that is positive?
Well, positive, the ball movement. At the very beginning, it looked like they weren't quite ready to be a little sloppily, turning the ball over real fast. I like the movement, and I like Kevin Kelly, his tendency to shoot. He needs to become, a little bit more accurate, maybe pass the ball. But we saw there, they need to be aware of the shot clock. They kind of ran out of time. They need to sideline about. Players become to look a lot more fluid. But so far, getting to know each other. I've also seen positive play from Micah Fuller, who seems to be everywhere on the court.
For me, you've got to get DeMar Taylor involved. DeMar Taylor is a bona fide scorer. He's typical stretch forward, kind of like Javonte Douglas. He can pull out and hit those three-pointers. He shot 35 in 2013 and 2014. So finding open looks like they did is what they need to continue doing. Last year when Brian Orange was general, he controlled everything of this Montevallo offense and defense. That's the person they don't have.
Exactly.
Kelly is slowly becoming that person.
Yeah, today's not a day where you can exactly judge that from Kevin Kelly playing against a Division I opponent. But so far, the signs are bright. He looks like he's ready to step the way.
I'm leading the team. Honestly, that's the biggest thing from this Montevallo team I can take away right now. Defense. They are everywhere down low. It's not been easy towards Horace Spencer and LaRon Smith, and even with Daniel Porfoy and T.J. Dunn, they haven't had anything clearly open except for that dunk that Dunnins had because of the Montevallo defense. And it starts with T. Gobe and then Kevin Kelly.